On any given weekday, starting in early August before the beginning of the school day, 146 feet can be found out on the practice football field behind Storm Lake High School. The feet march and step in time to cadence and rhythms of the drumline, accompanied by the blaring sounds of the brass woodwinds and chimes. These are the feet of the Storm Lake Marching Band. The band performs under the direction of Jason Herron, Director of Bands for the Storm Lake High School.
I have been the band director in Storm Lake for 6 years, and my roles with the marching band are to oversee all the musical rehearsals and also to put together the visual package of the drill for the overall performance.
Mr. Herron is a man of many faces. On the field, he tends towards stoic, often standing with his arms crossed, giving every aspect of the performance his utmost scrutiny. The precision and success of the band is obviously something he takes very seriously, and his expectations are obviously very high as he challenges the students to take more responsibility for their own work.
Well, the challenges for getting ready for a Friday night football game are just to make sure you haven't left any detail uncovered. Because if you've forgotten an important detail, whether it's how you're going to line up or how you're going to get on and off the field, then we don't look as clean and as professional as what we want to look on a Friday night. We want to make sure that whatever we're doing that Friday night, that it looks like it's organized and everybody has a good idea what's supposed to happen. So that's the biggest challenge, I think, for myself as the instructors, to make sure that I have all those details covered, and I've given my kids enough time to prepare those details so that they feel comfortable.
Off the field, though, he laughs and jokes with the students, trying to build relationships with each one. His office displays autographed posters and plaques documenting his successful interactions with many students.
I think I've built pretty good relationships with most of my students, a relationship of trust, and I think over 4 years you really get attached to some of those kids because they're a lot of fun to work with, and you've seen them grow since they were freshmen, both physically and musically, and throughout that time we have a lot of fun. We joke around and we tease each other a lot and just get to know and appreciate one another as people.
Jason's job isn't without its challenges. He points out that early rehearsals can be problematic for students with responsibilities at home, and some students just aren't morning people. There's also a challenge in dealing with 73 individual students, each with their own unique needs.
One of the challenges I have is to figure out how each person ticks. I think that's when you really get the most out of your kids, is once you figure out how that one person clicks. How do they learn the music? What's their way of learning? I think that's when you can really get a lot done. So I try to dig into each kid individually and treat them individually, how they need to be treated, and teach to that.
Despite the challenges, Jason Herron pulls together a band worthy of their signature chant, Pride, that follows his every call to attention. And when the time comes to take the field, they will not just be 143 feet wandering around. They will be the Storm Lake Marching Band.